So it's gonna be this dysfunctional drama family road trip film where this brother gets out of prison and him and his brother go across the country.
2 hours later.
But then the guys are after him and there's this sci-fi gun, but then those guys are after him too. What's up, guys and gals? Jared here with another sci-fi big-ass gun of a movie review. So I went out to the movie theater and I saw the newest sci-fi film, Kin, and I honestly didn't know what to expect, but here I am. So is Kin this weekend's must-see sci-fi film? Let's find out. Kin is sort of this dysfunctional family drama set in Detroit and involves this teenage boy Elijah Selinsky and his ex-con brother Jimmy. Jimmy recently got out of prison, but not without a cost associated with it. He owes some bad guys a lot of money. And I mean a lot of money.
Where's the money, man? Where's my money?
Fearing that his family may be in danger, Jimmy takes Elijah on a cross-country road trip. Oh, and there's also this sci-fi aspect of Elijah finding this big-ass alien gun. He has no clue where it came from or exactly what it does, but the people who lost it definitely are coming back for it. So Kin really isn't the best movie in theaters right now. I mean, it's just a movie. It's a movie. I will say that it was sort of marketed as this like sci-fi movie, like tons of sci-fi action, but I have to say that the sci-fi or science fiction part of this movie is very limited. But when they do steer into the science fiction part of the movie, that's when it is interesting. Like, what is this alien gun that was found? Where did it come from? Who exactly is looking for it? These parts were the most interesting, I would say. Also, the sound design associated with some of the science fiction parts of the movie. But unfortunately, Kin skimps out on the science fiction portions of this movie and focuses on the story more. And this is where the movie just falls apart. It's the story. It does have this interesting idea where these two brothers are this dysfunctional family on a road trip, traveling across the country, but nothing really blooms out of that. There's bad guys that Jimmy owes money to, the two go on a road trip, and then the bad guys obviously are after them. Throughout the road trip, though, nothing really happens. Like, relationships aren't really expanded upon, problems aren't solved, there's no conflict. It's just Jimmy driving across the country and Elijah eating up all of the lies that Jimmy's feeding them. There's no growth, second act turn, it's just them driving, making various stops.
You gotta take a leak? No? Okay.
Another thing was the character development in this film. The characters are pretty much established in the first 15 minutes of the film, but throughout it, there's really no character growth, character development. They don't really learn any lessons, and by the end of the film, they're pretty much the same as they were at the beginning. Jimmy is pretty much the person all throughout the film. I mean, he's kind of worried about his younger brother Elijah, but you don't really get that sympathy from that character. Instead, he pretty much remains the same, keeps making bad decisions, and he's just that guy. And as an audience member, you really don't care if anything happens to him or not. And lastly, the twist or plot reveal at the very end of the movie, and I mean the very end, pretty much makes the preceding 100 minutes or so completely pointless. It moves in a direction of a completely different film or idea or aspect in general. It's confusing, it's out of nowhere, and it just kind of taints anything that the movie did have going for it. Overall, Kin is a genre mashup of a ton of things, but fails to nail any of them. With some cool sci-fi and sound design choices, but with a story that leads nowhere, no character development or growth, no reason to really care for these characters, and plot twists or points that come out of nowhere, I would not waste my time or money on Kin. This may have been based on a solid short film, but this genre mashup is too messy. So what did you think of Kin? Is this the cool sci-fi road trip you were hoping for? Or was this honestly a disaster of a movie? I want to hear about it in the comments below. As always, you can find me on those social medias at Jared Buckendahl on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Stardust. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Again, there is plenty of movie reviews, trailer reactions, comedy skits on my channel. Go watch all of that stuff. And until next time, I'll see you later.